Despite scientific findings which emphasize fluidity in sexuality, sexual orientation is still being presented to the contrary as fixed and unalterable. The American Psychological Association, for example, has long documented that many people report having undergone notable shifts in their patterns of sexual attraction, behaviors, or orientation identities over time. And in 2014, the Royal College of Psychiatrists changed its position statement, which up to then had claimed that sexual orientation was genetic and thus fixed, to recognize that sexual orientation does in fact change and is responsive to postnatal influences. Yet activists in the USA and Europe, even including the mental health institutions themselves, continue to demand that professional and pastoral support helping people to leave unwanted homosexual feelings should be criminalized. Thus, the must stay gay or mandatory gay legislation proposals in several jurisdictions remove the chance of people getting help to live in ways that they choose. Each person in this series of interviews recognizes that they are not victims of their sexual feelings. They choose to leave homosexual behaviors, and as they do, many find that their feelings and patternings change. Listen to this.
And around like the age of 14, 15, I just realized that I didn't really feel like attracted to guys, as a lot of my friends were kind of having those feelings coming up. And I just came more and more to the realization that I felt attracted to women and to girls. And so, but it was a very shameful thing, since my family culture was very shame-oriented. And I have never even heard anyone talking about like having feelings for the same sex. So for many years this was my secret and I had no one really to talk with. And it made me feel very ashamed, made me feel really like kind of almost a mistake, and it also made me feel really bad about myself. And so when I was around the age of 19, 20, I just finally opened up to a very good friend of mine. And we became very close very soon in our friendship, and we really opened up to one another. And at some point, like we started to become very like dependent on one another emotionally. And at some point we also realized, hey, we are actually just in a relationship, and let's just call it a relationship as well. So I was in a relationship with her for 1.5 years. And after those 1.5 years we broke up. And for me it was a very messy breakup.
If you'd like to hear the full interview, go to voicesofthesilence.tv. Subscribe at no cost to access all the interviews of those who are coming out of homosexual practices and those who support them. And don't forget to buy our DVD, Voices of the Silenced, Part 1.